Hello everyone, this is Clough. I am bringing you this video to show you some of the lies that was told by Josh Turner and his crew, and I will be going over the beginning on what happened. Originally the video wasn't going to be made because both Barden and my friend Wendy, my moderator as well, thought it was best to leave it alone. Then throughout the month of April, he kept talking mad trash about me and kept talking about me, something about making a video, which I already told my moderator about that I wasn't. She even told them I wasn't as well. But Josh insisted. Well, remember what you said, Josh. It's not defamation, slander, or libel when it's the truth. I even gave you and everyone there an opportunity to apologize openly about everything and to take everything you all said back. Even before that, Larry spoke with Barden to speak with you to retract what you said about me and to apologize to both my wife and I for your lies in the first video which you removed back in March. Well, with that said, you have made a video of it mocking that retraction and apology. So now I will go on and point out some of the small and big lies you, Anthony, and Madeline have said.
Period of time.
And I'll tell you why, because, we let them into our lives. It's our fault because we let them get close to us. We let one of them stay at our house for free, overpaid him really and both of them just slept all the time. That's all
paid for his truck to get fixed. And then
they just stuck the knives in like daggers in our back. And then people.
They did not pay for my vehicle to get fixed. I paid for that vehicle to get fixed. My vehicle messed up on the way up there. Bad battery. And it led to other things that were messed up. But I paid for it. Not Josh, not Anthony. None of them fixed it. None of them paid to fix it. And then the other lie is that all I did was sleep. The only time that I slept on the job is when I was sick. And I mean, like, I was sick like a dog. They even said so themselves, that Nellie was taking care of me, giving me teas and whatever other medication they have to help combat whatever I had. And it wasn't COVID, but whatever it was pretty bad because it knocked me flat on my ass. It really did. But hey, he still told me to go out there and work, and that's what I did. But he knew I was sick like a dog. But here you are saying that all I did was sleep. And that does not look good for the both of you to lie like that.
Had some picture of some woman that we were just like sending it to people. Like, what is this? This isn't your wife.
yeah, like, why would you have pictures?
Like, why would you have pictures of women?
Of like 20-something-year-old girls on your phone? Just sending them to people.
It's weird.
What's wrong with you?
And then everybody's like, he's a good guy.
And already, right off the back, Larry's being mocked here by Josh and being lied about as well, saying that he has all these photos of women in his phone and he's going around showing it around. I spoke to Larry about that and I asked Larry, what's up with the women? He says the only women he has on his phone is his wife, his children, and his grandchildren. But here they are lying. And here's Shade Viking claiming that he has proof of Larry sending him photos of just beautiful women. See that? But in reality, here's the truth. This is what Larry has to show. He was wondering about this woman because he believes it might be a fake account. It says right here, if you can read it, all you got to do is pause it and you'll read it. After all, we were told by Josh that Mike has several accounts, fake accounts. And he thought maybe that was one of them. Why is that an issue here? Then you got Shade Viking here adding on to it, adding on to the lie. Why is it that you have to lie? That's the thing I don't get. Is it because, it's Josh Turner, I gotta back him up? Did you not bother to go back and read that message, Shade? Because Seems like it was a pretty important detail that you left out there for Josh's sake.
Us down.
Not to mention that he knew that we were going to be having a dinner with a mutual friend in New Braunfels, and this is after he had gone around to several people, implying that he needs to be that Wolf threatened him, which he didn't.
So Phil, what was it that Josh said about me and Larry if we were up in Austin during that phone call or that messenger call he gave you?
It wasn't a phone call, and Josh was, of course, very mad about the whole thing. And he said, if you guys, you and Larry Fisher, were down there with him right now, in this moment, he would take you out to the shed or like to the yard and beat the living crap out of you. Basically, that's what he said.
And those are very credible threats, because we all heard it before. We heard him make threats to other people before. Check this one out.
I will fight you and Ike and the other fuckhead over in the swamp, and you can pick a couple of your best, strongest buddies and sign a damn waiver, and we will go to Black Sheep Boxing, and I will beat you all to death as long as you sign the fucking waiver, you chicken shit little coward motherfuckers.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that not him threatening to kill somebody right there in the match? They got to sign a waiver, is what he always says. Sign a waiver, sign a waiver. And he'll beat them all to death. So yeah, I think Larry here has the right to defend himself in any means necessary, and by any means. Mind you, he's a 65-year-old man, grandkids, so he's a grandfather. And you got Josh here threatening to beat both of us up. You know, something for y'all to think about.
And that he needs to be afraid for his life, and that if need be, he's armed and he can defend him, and he's going to defend himself against Wolf. Yep. After he said that, then he tried to show up to this dinner that he knew we were going to be at. So if you're in fear for your life, Mr. Perry,
why would you show up?
Why show up where we're at?
Why would you show up?
Why show up where we're at?
Knowing that we're going to be there.
Does that sound like the actions of someone who is afraid of their life? If I'm afraid that someone is going to do me harm, I'm not going to go where I know they're at. The only reason that anyone would do that is because they have some sort of ambush planned. So we had to cancel.
Yeah, this next part is going to be a doozy, because guess what? They all lied about it. It wasn't that he just found out and he was just going to go on there and do all this crap to Josh or whatever, dude. That is just some BS crap from them. This here is Holly. She was the woman in question that they were all going to hang out with. And she is calling Josh a liar. Just go ahead and read it. Pause it, read it, just check it out. And not only that, she even gave me text messages. And these text messages was from, I believe, February. Ah, there it is, February. And she's texting Nellie. They already knew that Larry was going to be there, because Holly already invited him to go. Look at that. But of course, they got to lie about it. All these lies already does not look good for all of y'all's character. There was no reason for y'all to lie like that. Why even lie to begin with? There was no need for you to start all this BS. But here you guys are, lying. And there's still more to come.
He says here to one of the people that he messaged to, it starts off with, well, the drama I'm referring to is Josh. I didn't want to mention it in comments because I know he has people watching out for him and report to him whatever is out being said about. I didn't even write correctly. Yep. And then the other person comments, and I don't want to betray their trust, but And then you told her after this, he said, well, our friendship ended when he dragged my relationship with my wife through the mud and said I had feeling. You don't know how to write. You write like you talk. And you don't speak Spanish, so I don't really understand that. Yeah, and there's more, folks. It's all going to come out.
Those messages, that was between me and Elizabeth. But she ran over there and gave him everything. So that's someone you can't trust. You can't just tell her anything because she'll go ahead and tell everybody else her business. And you can go ahead and pause this, go back and read all the messages. It should not be an issue for any of y'all to read those messages. For whatever reason, he had issues reading it, but that's on him. That's on him. I don't know why he had to lie to cover himself, but that's what he's been doing, lying.
But I had to ask the question, son, why? Why go so hard in the paint for somebody who wasn't asking for your help?
So you're claiming that I went hard in the paint or whatever, when it came to defending Maddie, who was, mind you, was my friend. And the reality, I just disagree how you handle things. I didn't know that I was going hard for somebody, but I mean, you want to talk about going hard for somebody, didn't you do the same thing for Bettina? I don't remember Bettina asking you for help. I don't remember her posting anything or anything like that of the sort. But you went pretty hard for her in defending her. And she's pretty capable of defending herself. And yet here you are, defending her, going hard in the paint for Bettina. And you can make that argument that she's your friend, but what's the difference between what I did for my friend and what you did for your friend? But the truth is, you said that I chose a side. This isn't about sides. This is about who's right and who's wrong. That's all. And you just couldn't accept it. Yes, you did choose a side, and unfortunately, it wasn't mine. Well, that says it all, doesn't it? And Wolf is disappointed Clough just took my side. And a lot of you don't know what happened. Why all this stuff started. When technically it should never even been a thing. Should never have been a thing. But for whatever reason, Josh made it a thing. And then now he made this whole big mess throughout April, talking a lot of mad crap about me. But not only just that, it was also Maddie. Maddie, who came to me and told me all this stuff that went down, how Josh treated her and all that stuff. And we'll talk about that soon enough.
Exactly. Phil and Clough texted and called her to manipulate her into hating Anthony and lying to get him charged with the crime. And it's all going to come out. You want to talk about stuff coming out? It's going to come out.
We're already at the tail end of June. And yet, nothing's came out. Where's this proof, Josh? That me and Phil, or whoever else you're going to be blaming, was trying to do that. That's a lie, Josh. You have to prove that. You were made an accusation and you actually have to have some sort of proof. Which you don't have. You got nothing in posting or comments or messages whatsoever. You got nothing. And here you are making these claims. This does not bode well for you, Josh. But that's on you. And this next part is just going to be a little sneak peek of what started all this at the beginning. So, check it out. Put yourself in my shoes. He threatened to sue me and put me on blast. That's what Madeline said. And this group, between myself, Phil, and her. Here's a direct message from Maddie, or Madeline here. And I don't know, I feel like Wolf thinks I'm gonna put it all out there. or something, because he literally threatened to sue me and put me on blast. She said not to repeat it to anybody, but to Phil it's fine, but no one else. But the reason why I brought it out here, because heck, I need to defend myself. Because where is she at? She knew all this stuff. She knew what happened, but she's over there trashing me as well. She's allowing them to also trash me and lie about me. So that says a lot about her nature as well. This comment was posted there during a YouTube live that Josh had out there for his Paranormal Roundtable. They're trying to be the Yolanda to your Selena. Yeah, that's pretty messed up there, Maddie. This right here is Selena. And Yolanda is the woman that killed her. That is who she's comparing us to. So yeah, she doesn't care. Yolanda was the backstabbing friend. In reality, Madeline Chap is the Yolanda in this, because she is the backstabber. Myself, Phil, Larry, we took her side. She was in the right, Josh was in the wrong. But then she easily turned on us, just like that, real quick, and backstabbed us all. But apparently we're the Yolandas here.
And do me a favor, folks, go take a look at the logo at his business. What do you see? I'm not saying anything bad. It's just the truth. Go look at it. Tell me what you see.
This next part is for Phil Stern, because for whatever reason, I have no clue why, but Josh was telling people, hey, go check out his business, see what's there. All right, let's go check it out now, huh? Oh wow, look at that, it's a star. Big deal. You all know what Stern means, translated from German to English. There it is. So yeah, makes sense to use that logo, huh? At one point, Josh had mentioned that Phil was harassing Maddie. All right, if that's really the case, through Messenger, prove it. Show everybody those messages. Phil already read those messages to me. During those messages, there was a part where Maddie brought up this whole thing about DW. Me and DW. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and show you what connection I really had with DW. As you all can see here, I cannot comment or do anything anymore. The little red dot right there, it's because already at that point, he already blocked me. And then, to show more of that, the poster object you were commenting has been removed. But it's because I was already blocked at that point. It was during that time. So I haven't been in any real contact with DW whatsoever. Never have. All DW ever got from me was a comment. And I'll go ahead and post that comment up here and you all tell me. Look at that. 9 days before April 1st. Oh wow, that's freaky. So that's the big deal right there. Is that here trashing old Josh Turner here? No, it's not. And then Josh did contacted me. He texted me. And I got upset with that text. And out of anger, I trolled him. And I'll show you the text. By this point of time, I already had told Josh to leave me the hell alone. But here he is, sending me more messages. Check it out. Of course I got upset with this crap. See, if you read this whole thing, I even said I wouldn't do a video. I even told him that I wouldn't do it. But what did he do? He made a video on me on April 1st and then continued to do so to trash me. And I already told him, let's go our separate ways. You do you, you leave me alone. Don't contact me. But here we are. Because he never really said anything. Really. He never explained why he texted me. And why is that so hard for you to just say that? You could say all that, but you can't just say, hey, what's up with this? Why'd you text all this or made a comment here? Nah, you didn't. So what'd you do? You got all pissy about it. Whatever. That's on you, Josh. Not on me. But I did troll you. And what? You want an apology for it? After a whole month of BS that you've done towards me? Come on, shut up. But that's it. That's pretty much it. That's the whole thing about the whole DW thing. Not a big damn deal. And why is that even the topic of the conversation? I have no clue. I'm not out there like, hey, yeah, DW, you're the best, yeah, and all this crap. Nah, dude. I just saw one video. That's it. Not a big deal. So, here's the troll post in question. Tessa, that guy is not worth listening to. Evil is evil. And then I responded, oh yeah, for sure. I only listened to it because a friend of mine said he was talking about Josh in it. It's not really, but the things said in it, you know, the security company, the construction company, and the apartments, I questioned this. This is too on the nose, so it's a jab, I believe. I just commented freaky because I work for Josh's security company. The guy said he owns a construction company, and I worked at security at an apartment complex. Like, WTF. I only shared to troll Josh after his BS he did and the attacks he's been doing on me. All because he took down the first video does not mean crap. Or don't mean crap. Or squat in this case. And this one's for Larry. You all see something there? August 12th, 2022, Paris. Gee, what was that? Oh, that was the first conference. And you see that guy there in the red? You see that guy right there? That's Vault. Remember that guy? And right next to him, Josh Turner. And the picture next to that is Bettina. Why is it that you all have to lie about everything? About everything.
Remembers you at the first conference, including Barton. Okay, I talked to everybody. Bettina, nobody remembers you. You claim you were there. I don't remember you there. And you know, I don't know if y'all three each other know how mentally ridiculous this looks for everybody. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yes, it's ridiculous for you. It's ridiculous for you. You're sitting there lying about Larry, saying that he wasn't even at the first conference, that nobody remembers him, but there he is taking pictures of people at the first conference. And at the first conference, Vault was there. And these are just some of the lies that these people put out. Josh and his PRT crew. So it really brings the question, why do you need to lie about this? Why lie about my truck getting fixed? That you all paid for it, which you all didn't. You all didn't pay me. You all didn't reimburse me. I paid for that truck. I paid for it to get fixed. And then you lied about Larry, saying that Larry's got all these pictures of women and he's sending it to people, or he's showing people this and that you have proof, and that, you know, people are willing to sign affidavits. And yet we got here Shade Viking backing you up, and I just showed you a picture, a screenshot from Larry's messenger between him and Shade Viking. And Shade Viking knew that the whole point of that picture, that profile being sent to him, was because Larry thought it was a AI bot. After all, we were told by Josh that Mike has several accounts out there. So maybe Larry trusted Shade enough to be like, hey, can you tell me whether or not this is a fake account? Now we're going to go ahead and talk about this whole crap that started all this shit to begin with. Earlier in the year, in January, early January, Maddie stayed, I believe, a night or two there at Josh's house. She slept in Anthony's room. Well, to me, I thought Anthony had gave up the bed, whatever. The next day, when I showed up there, because I worked at night, showed up there, got into the couch, knocked out for a little bit. And then I remember speaking with Maddie. I was talking to her on the phone. And I told her, oh man, dude, you guys were loud, blah, 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 whatever, just joking around about it. Thinking that she was part of say like, oh, shut up and whatever, just because we always joke around. But she was like, oh, you heard all that? I'm just like, no. And then, then she later came out and said, that her and Anthony had their night. I was like, all right, that's cool. So at that point, I knew. And then later, Nellie found out too. I believe Maddie told her. And then Maddie told Phil. So everybody else there already knew about Anthony's and Maddie's one-night stand. Except for one person. One person did not know. And that was Josh. So we held on to that secret. January, February. Then comes March. Me and Josh were having a conversation. We were talking. And then he tells me this. That he was going through Nellie's messages. That he saw the messages going on between me, Nellie, and Maddie. And he says, you guys were talking a lot about Anthony here. And then asked me, did Anthony and Maddie have sex? I didn't want to say yes straight out because, the hell, that's not my place to say anything. But he had the messages there. So I told him, well, everything is there in the messages. And then he said, well, Anthony's denying that it happened. And then me, I'm just like, okay. Well, me and Maddie joke around a lot. So maybe all that stuff that was there, that was mentioned, maybe it was just a joke. Maybe it was just, us just shitting stick. Like, who cares, right? I even told him, look, I didn't even witness anything. I wasn't even there at night. I was at work. So I can't say for a fact that I saw them even in the room together. I don't even remember the door being closed, open, whatever. I was just so tired. I just went upstairs, went to the couch, because they have a little loft there, and there's a couch there, and I just went to sleep. That was it. So I cannot definitively say, yeah, I saw them together in the room. So I can't prove anything anyways. Because I told him this. I have no reason to believe that Anthony will lie to you. After that, conversation ended. Well, after that, he said that we'll talk later. All right. And obviously, I don't record my calls with these people because they're supposed to be my friends. I don't record my calls with them. So I got no proof that was what the call was about. But then again, neither does Josh. All he says is that I got people willing to sign affidavits. You mean the people that lied? Because right after that call, he did contact Maddie. He was upset with Maddie. And I'll go ahead and show you those messages. It says right here, hey, no, to be honest, I know Josh talked to you about Anthony. And just know, I'm not mad at you at all. But Josh was really upset with me. So I'm not moving down there. Anthony was freaking out when he found out and didn't want me down there. And I guess he lied to Josh about us sleeping together. But I thought Josh already knew. See right there? I guess he lied to Josh about us sleeping together. So you got Anthony there doing that. Then of course, later on, here's the next message. That Anthony eventually fessed up and he tried getting Mushu and Stefan to lie about it. So you got these people who tried to lie to Josh. You don't think Josh was upset when he had the messages on hand talking about all this? Yeah, of course. He was upset that they lied to him. That's nothing to do with me. I just told him they were on the messages. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, no, they never did it or whatever. No, I just told him, hey, they're in the messages. But also, I will say this. I did not lie to Josh. Because I did not witness anything whatsoever. Yes, Maddie did tell me. But I'm not going to just sit there and just tell him no right off the back. That's why I said it's all in the messages. Eventually he read those messages, I guess. And they tried lying to him about it. I think that's the reason why he got so pissed off at Maddie. But for whatever reason, he's trying to make it seem like it was me egging him on or manipulating him or God knows whatever BS lies that he had to say. At this point, I already proven just a few of his lies. Not just about me, but about Larry and Phil. And with Phil, he just tried knocking him on his business. And it's just so stupid. And this is coming from a group between me, Maddie, and Phil. This is what she had to say. And Wolf was like, yeah, Anthony lied to me. And he never lies to me. And he tried getting Mushu and Stefan to lie for him. Yeah, I think that's a really good reason. A really good reason for Josh to be pissed. He was so pissed about it. He went after Maddie. And this is what Maddie had to say about it. I already showed you guys just some of the lies that Josh said and his crew, Anthony. The small little lies here and there. Then you get this stuff. He had threatened to sue Maddie and put her on blast. Like as if she was going to put her business out there to begin with. What Maddie and Anthony had is fine. They're both adults. Why does that matter to you? This is why I backed her. This is why I backed my friend, because she was not in the wrong in this. You were, when you had threatened to sue her. This is not about, oh, I should have chose your side about all this, because you were in the wrong. I'm not going to choose the wrong side, Josh. But even at that, even though I backed up my friend, now ex-friend, you all should see the things that she said. Some, I already showed you some. But because I guess she valued their friendship so much more that she's willing to trash me and lie about me and Phil and Larry. That's disgusting, man. But that's why I said, you are the Yolanda, Maddie. You're the backstabber. But you, Josh, you're just as bad. You know what's right and what's wrong. You going after somebody like this, it's stupid. By far, stupid. But I thought this was already done and over. Because eventually we had a group call. And after that group call, I thought it was done and over with. And then what happened? You do a hit piece on me, saying all this crap about me. Originally, I didn't even know anything about it. Tessa told me that you just called me a white knight, and I'm just like, oh, whatever, it's not a big deal. I don't care. Whatever BS. But when you threw my relationship there, saying that I had feelings for someone else, lying about that, and my wife hearing all that crap, you took it personal. You made it personal. And for what? Because I didn't back you. That's why. What does that say about you, Josh? And here is that screenshot. I only just took a screenshot of it because this is probably the first time in a long time I ever got Josh up in here, you know? So it's just more like for my keepsake. I didn't think that it was gonna spiral out of control after this. But here we are. It's myself, Phil, Josh, Larry, Anthony, Maddie, and down there in the bottom is Nellie. You can barely tell, but that's her picture right there, but her name kind of sticks out right there. All of us had a damn group call about this. How about this? And it was supposed to be squashed. It was supposed to be done and over. But for whatever reason, the next couple of days to come, Josh decides to come after me.
You also told Maddie that you wanted to hit me with a pipe, which is something that you had said to one of my friends. So what is this? Is this a fantasy of yours? And don't deny it, because I got two people who are willing to sign papers that said that you said that. So what is that? What kind of weirdness is that? What does that say about this man? That you want to hit me with a pipe? Over what?
All right, now let's check this out. Apparently, according to Josh, that I wanted to beat him with a pipe or whatever. This is where he got it from. Check it out. Maddie, I'm just in shock, but I feel better having talked to you and Nellie. I don't know what I'd do without you guys. Me, as you can tell here, this is my response. This is me joking around. Probably go in a drug-induced rage and beat the F out of Anthony with a baseball bat and break Josh's knees. My bad, cap his knees. Laugh my ass off. She says, oh my God, stop. Laugh my ass off. Leave Josh alone. Pero Anthony can go pound sand. Me, I'll try. Laugh my ass off. But that will be you in a drug-induced rage. That's her. Me joking around saying that will be her doing that. Because she was upset about this whole damn thing with Anthony and Josh. She was the one who was pissed off. Why the hell would I beat the shit out of Josh with a baseball bat or whatever? What kind of bullshit is that? And here he is. He's lying again to everybody. And then he says, I could get people to sign affidavits that I said that there. Over there. Okay, so let me get this. Let me get this straight. You're saying that I mentioned that to somebody over there that's one of your friends or whatever, and then you got two people who could sign it. My question is, why didn't they tell you when I was up there? You think that your friends would have been like, oh, hey, Josh, this guy is crazy. He wants to beat you up, blah, blah, blah. And you would have kicked me out. You would have brought it to my attention. No, you bring it up. What? I mean, that was what, in April? So I was there up there December. So we got December, January, February, March, April. 5 months down the road, and suddenly, oh, it's an issue? Or maybe because it never happened. So you go ahead and you get those people to sign those affidavits. And guess what? They're the one who are going to be in trouble, because none of that makes any sense. You being the type of person you are, you would have confronted me right there and then, if that was ever the case, Josh. People know how you are. People say anything bad about you, what are you going to do? You're going to wait 5 months? No, you're going to confront them right there and then. So you know you're full of crap. And then you took this little thing right here, that just a whatever stupid joke, whatever, between me and Maddie. Me joking with even Maddie says there, laugh my ass off. You took that and made it into this whole thing that I'm the aggressor here. I'm going to do this to you. See, another damn lie. Who can you trust over there? Who can you trust over there? You got Josh taking little bits and pieces here and there and then making a spectacle out of it. You got Anthony lying to Josh. You got Mushu Stefan also lying to Josh. You got all these people lying. But we are supposed to believe you because you said it. Because you can get affidavits and have these people come out and what, perjure themselves? Go ahead. But one thing for sure, you got that crap from that message and you decide to make a spectacle out of it and try to make me look like some vile, disgusting villain or some crap. But you're showing your colors, Josh. You are showing your colors. See, I'm posting everything. I'm showing all I have right now. And there's tons more. There's tons more. But this is what I'm going to throw out there. I want people to see what you're lying about. From the small things to the big things. Remember that time when Josh was telling everybody that I wanted to continue the wars, that it somehow changed me or whatever, right? Let's go ahead and look through my videos here. Random fisherman, scary stories. D-Dork returns. That was in defense of Josh Turner. More BS from Dusher man himself. That was Blake Dusher. Another one below that, Blake Dusher. Why do you gotta lie? That was also on Blake Dusher. We got here my response to D-Dork's accusations, because hey, he was talking shit about me, so why not? The dreaded phone call, which was between Tess and another woman about DOS. And then we got here Happy New Year, abnormal investigations. That one was just telling, hey, dude, you know, be careful who you work with. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And then the last actual thing I did, the last video is, this video is with photos and some video. And that was on mic of abnormal investigations. And right here tells you the date in which I did that. December 12th, 2023. That was my last actual video right there on mic. And right here was the actual other video I did on mic, but this was not an attack. As you can read, I was basically telling him, since things has come to the end with the fight with PRT and abnormal investigations, it's best that we get whatever aired out. Mike of abnormal investigations, you call DDoS a friend, but do you really know the guy? Do you understand that was all it was? It was just that. But apparently I just wanted to continue the war. So far, as you all can tell, I haven't done anything on Mike. And DOS I haven't done in a while. Not on my own accord anyways. Because remember, the last video I did on DOS was a defense of Josh Turner. And look at this right here. Can you make a video about Ike's last show? Not only about his pig behavior about Wolf, but he and his incestuous family said and laughed about Maddie. She went in there after I told her she should say what she wrote. I was angry. I wasn't thinking. I want that pig exposed for his treatment of her. Please. It sounds like she's here asking me to do something for her. Maybe make a video for her going after who? Mike. Again, with the war. But according to Josh, it's all me, apparently. Because I want to keep this war going. It just... Does that seem like that? Because it doesn't seem like that at all to me here. I also wanted to point out that Nellie is the one who gave me some pointers here and there on that The Dork Returns video. Josh also gave me a video of him working out that I use for the doucher videos. Yeah, they have a hand in some of my videos. Just these right here. But does that sound like that it was me doing this all by myself? How do you think I got a hold of Tessa? I didn't even know who Batmom was. It was because of Josh Turner. He did not make those videos. He didn't help me make those videos. But he sure as hell directed me to Tessa. That started me on this whole thing with DOS. So he had a hand in it. And there's no denying that. I also wanted to add on about these so-called wars that I am apparently just pushing. Over here, March 17th. Already after all that bullshit that Josh said about me, that I really wanted to continue this fighting. Got DW over here, and Mike. And there's tons of these, there's tons. But I'm just going to show you these. DW over here, Dark Waters. He was in one of the groups that this was posted in. Mind you, I thought you didn't want any more wars, Josh. But here you go. You allowed this guy to continue on. And then with Mike, I thought you had this peace going on between you two. You had won the war, this fight that you keep talking about. But yet, Shite Viking is still pushing this shit out. So how is it that it's me who wanted to continue the war since the last time I said anything, I guess, negative about Mike was in December? And then I told Mike maybe he should watch out who he's hanging out with or working with back in January. But you have this guy continually talking shit. Just curious, is it just because you're full of it? You're a liar? Maybe you really want these wars to continue. That's what it seems like. It really does. And what do we have here? Remember when I left the Clufferton group, guys? Remember when I left that group saying that I had no real control, real say-so about it? Seems like Nellie really proved me right, because this was before she took over the group and changed it to whatever. She removed Phil Stern from the group. She also banned Phil Stern from the group and any future accounts that may be associated with it. And then she changed Phil Stern's role from moderator to member. She also removed Abe Cias from the list of people of pre-approved posts. Catherine Gay, well, it turned out to be a fake account. So that was removed. That was not an issue, but the biggest issue is what she did with Abe and what she did with Phil. Right there. That was way before she took over my group. Especially the removal of Phil Stern. That is my moderator. So I thought it was my group. See, she proved me right. She took over my group. It was my group. She didn't have the keys to it yet. She went through Wendy Guizdala, my moderator, and asked her to ask me if I wanted to give over the group. At that point, after seeing all this, I was just like, let her have it. What is the point of me actually having this if she's gonna do all this stuff? Like, for real, it's kind of messed up. And that's what I told Wendy. It's like, no, just let her have it. I'm not doing anything with it now. And then later, she makes a post about how I was being so rude. It's like, I didn't even talk to you. But you knew it in your heart or some BS, right, Nellie? That I was so rude to you. I mean, especially after you did all this. Maybe that's what you thought, because you did this dirty moves behind my back. And there was no need for you to do that. You could have waited until after, but you didn't. Mind you, her last thing that she did was on March 27th, and 10 days before that, on March 17th, is when she removed Phil Stern and banned him from my group. I don't think Phil was even talked about yet. I think Josh and Phil was parties to talking, more or less. But there it is. My point being made, and the reason why I left that group in the first place, because I had no real control of it. But there's more. You should check this out. Also, just want to add, you notice that she failed to mention Phil Stern in that post. She removed and banned him from my group before she did anything with Abe. Here's this other part. You tell me if this is kind of weird. So you got here Bernard, Mr. Bernard Fox. He's going to do some house cleaning. He was going to remove friends. And here's Holly explaining why he shouldn't just be removing people off a whim. But now I understand this as well. Spring cleaning is in the air, but I caution you this one thing. Not all is what it seems. You may be removing people who are actually on the side of truth and goodness because you have falsely been led to believe that they were on the side of deception. Sometimes the wolf masquerades in sheep's clothing to get close to the flock by earning their trust so he can then in turn ambush them like a true predator would do. This never ends well for the sheep. Just food for thought. As you all can tell, it's not a big deal. Just don't delete random people that are your friends. And then, but Josh here finds this as an issue. That's enough of your BS. What BS, Josh? Really? What BS? Was she saying anything about Larry? Was she saying anything about me? No. I'm not even friends with Bernard, and we got Anthony over here talking about me and Larry over here. Why? Why are you even bringing me up in this? I'm not even friends with the guy. But here is something interesting for you guys. Very interesting. Check this out. And right after that whole BS happened with Josh, she gets removed from Barton's group by Krista Michael Tweedy. Her role there was moderator. Then she was changed to member. And then she was removed from the group. And then she was banned. And guess who created that page? Nellie. And then you guys wonder, but what's the real connection, right? Well, take a look at this. You don't think that maybe there is an incentive for Krista, who is of Blondes and Booze, to remove Holly, who in this part, as you can read here, is in full support of Josh. But I will say this, Josh has helped Blondes and Booze with gaining subscribers and views. We appreciate everything that Josh and PRT family has done for us. I would not tolerate others coming to my channel bashing others. This includes our guests, our hosts, and other people in the chat. Josh and Nellie have been nothing but nice, gracious, and true friends to us. Now think about that. And Krista removed Holly, who had a tiff with Josh right there and then. Not only just Josh, but Anthony had a say in it. So did Mushu. So did Nellie. But I could put those up right now so y'all can see it. But my point is, don't you think that's a little on the nose there? Oh, Holly has an issue with Josh. Remove her from Barton's group. Holly is friends with Letitia Nunley. So you tell me, you think Barton here really truly has a say in anything? especially when Nellie controls that page. Mind you, Josh is her dude. Think about that. Really think about that. How screwed up that is. This is what is so messed up about this whole PRT thing. The moment you have a little tiff, just a little tiff, because as you can see, Holly didn't say anything other than you shouldn't just be deleting your friends. The moment you have that issue with Josh, he tries to make you persona non grata. Look at that. You got Anthony over here. You got Josh already telling her stuff. You got Mushu here. And you got Nellie here. All in support of Bernard. And basically going against Holly. For what? It doesn't make any sense. But the moment she made that comment, the next day, it was decided. She was removed from Barden's group. And not on Barden's word. Not on Letitia's word. That I even know of. Or anybody in this case. And then with Abe here. I was wondering why he was calling me Titan. See that right there? Just staying away from all the drama, doing your own thing, Titan. It confused me for a bit, but I just left it alone. Just to find out later that Titan was a dude that he was having issues with. And look at that right here. There's a guy named Titan right there. And there's my name right there. But apparently, I am this Titan dude. And I paid double to be on the Patreon for Paranormal Roundtable. I don't know. To me, that just sounds stupid. Abe, I don't know. I think you're just being an asshole about this, dude. I'm sorry, but you are. You're over here calling me Titan, thinking that I'm this other. Why didn't you just confront me, dude? Why didn't you have the balls just to confront me? Like, hey, are you Titan? No. You didn't. You kind of snuck it in and just left it alone. I'm just kind of like, whatever. Just to find out that you think I'm this guy. This Titan, dude. Abe. And then you want to start shit-talking me, saying that I didn't care for your mom. All right, everybody, I want you to go ahead and check this out.
Covington, I had told you a long time ago when you had that the other group that I wanted to share a story, since you said you were about stories of women of abuse and all this stuff, the things that you were focused on. I had a story to share with you that I wanted to talk about. You never once gave me the time to say my story of what happened in my family dealing with my mother, in which what those women that they endured, what they went through, is nothing compared to what my mother went through. You never once, I wanted to share this because I said, oh man, maybe this guy's good. Maybe this guy is genuine. It's about helping out women. I wanted to share my story because I could feel the connection to what they were going through. And I wanted to send the message that no woman needs to be in a physical or mental relationship.
Never once. That's what he said. Never once. But then again, here are the messages that is between me and Abe about this whole thing. And I asked him about his mother. But check it out. All right, Abe, what is this? Back in December, had a question about your mom's story. December 5th, 3:36 p.m. And I contacted you about that on Messenger. What did you respond? You respond back at 5:45 p.m. with an episode of Christopher Garitano. And then again on December 6th. And then nothing after that. January 1st. God bless you, brother. Happy New Year. And then that, you never responded back to me when I asked you that question. I had asked you about your mother. And you responded like that to me. And you're telling me that I didn't put your mom up there as top priority. But you couldn't get back to me on that. You put this episodes ahead of your mother. So don't give me this bullshit that I didn't care. I don't like the way you put that on me. And I don't like the way that you talk down to the women that were victimized, they were brutalized, and say that their issues were nothing compared to what happened to your mom. This is not a freaking competition, Abe. This is what truly disgusts me about you. That you would lie to me and lie to everybody and say that I not once didn't bother to ask you. I asked you, Abe. And you never got back to me. Is it on me to be hounding you down for that story, Abe? Is it on me to be chasing you down like, hey, I need that story from your mom and just keep... That is on you, Abe. That is on you. I was very disappointed that you lied. And guess what? I decided to look into other things.
People came at me in a negative way. And I was fighting these people for a long time as they keep on coming at me, troll-like, messing with me for about over a year. What I did is I just blocked those individuals and I moved on with my life. I said, I don't got time for drama. I don't got time for people to be playing games or lying,
And you say you don't want none of this BS. You didn't want any of the drama. You don't want to deal with all this crap. But then, what is it that you proceed to do in that same video, Abe?
If why are you speaking? Why are you making a video? If you don't want drama, then why are you making a video? Well, when I made that video, I was sick. I ain't sick no more.
So basically a cop-out. You ain't sick no more. Now you're back in the fight because you really wanted the drama. Before you didn't want it because you were sick, but now that you're feeling a little better, now you're in it for the fight, for this drama now. Sounds very hypocritical from someone from a week ago, from when you claimed here, from this video, that you didn't want any drama. Shit, you even sent me a message about that. Right there. There it is. You say you've been sick for 2 weeks, lots of things happen in your life, you just want to avoid the drama and the games. Right here, you said, lots of things are happening around me, that's why I'm staying away from the drama. I have a plate full of things happening. But yet, here you are. Because you feel better now, right? Because you feel better. What started this conversation between me and Abe was a video that Josh was talking about me. And I told him that I agreed with the statement that he was saying about them. That if you get affiliated with snakes, then what does that make you? That's true. After all, he was dealing with Vault. He was making whatever dealings with Mike for whatever reason. I guess for peace, as he wants it. But that's the statement I was agreeing with him about. And then I sent him a screenshot about what Nellie did to him, removing him from a pre-approval status. In my group at the time, before Nellie decided to take over it, she removed him from that pre-approval status. I had him there because whenever he was in other groups, either they didn't allow him to post or they were trolling him or whatever the case is, I did not want to do that to him. I did not want him to not be able to post whatever videos he wants to post. Anything he wants to post, he can go ahead and do it. That's how much I like the guy. I want him to know that it wasn't me that removed it, that it was her. Plain and simple. As you can tell from these messages, I'm not forcing him to do anything. I'm not trashing him. I'm not starting crap with him. I just gave him a heads up about what happened with Nellie, and I told him that I agree with the statement. That was it. That was it. I didn't want to force him to do anything or say anything. I didn't, tell him that he should unfriend people. Like right there, if you go back and read those messages, I told him, I'm not Josh. I'm not going to make you unfriend people or anything like that of the sort. But here he is, talking trash. And of course, adding more to the drama that he says that he's not a part of, that he doesn't want any part of it, that he didn't want to deal with it, but here he is.
And I remember what people said about me, how people came at me in a negative way. I'm your Huckleberry, that's all I gotta say. I'm your Huckleberry. Zarncias is doing very good now. I'm your Huckleberry. Since we're talking about stuff, how people target people and all this crap, and I seen a certain individual talking about Larry's his boy and he's never had no problems. I want to say is this: that boy's got problems, man. He's got some serious issues. When he say he don't got time to.
Do you all see the concerted effort here that these people are putting together to make Larry look like a crazy guy? First, Abe says this stuff. And then now I think there's a post there, which I'll put up here, where he says that Larry needs to be put on suicide watch. See the story they like to paint. These people that are associated with PRT are nothing but toxic people in this community. All of them. All of them are toxic people. Because look at this. Look at this crap right here. Why are you starting this crap, Abe? I thought you didn't want the drama.
To be playing games, but as many people as he called and trying to make us believe what he's trying to say, playing the game with a lot of people, he's got some serious fucking issues. I'm just saying the guy on the show, that boy got some issues. He's not all up there.
All this from a guy who talks about his love foundation. This guy who not only mentions love foundation in one hand, but talks about war in the other hand. It doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. And then he goes around trashing Larry because Larry's talking to people. That's your go-to? That sounds kind of stupid if you ask me.
I ain't afraid of him or anybody associated with him, but he's got some serious issues that he's targeting people, and keeps on targeting people.
So now Larry's targeting people. Based on what? You got any proof? Oh, wait, that's right. Everyone that's associated with PRT here never have anything to back it up.
In getting involved in businesses that belong, I'm making this video because I got brought into this shit because I see what they were trying to do. You see, what they were trying to do is
You were brought into this shit because you saw what they were trying to do. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. You were brought into this shit because you introduced yourself into this crap. You welcomed yourself into this. Not because someone dragged you in here. You said so yourself. Because you saw what they were doing. Doing what?
To get me to agree to what they were telling me, the information they're trying to tell me. I heard about the Maddie and all this situation. They're trying to get me to agree to trying to agree to what they were saying, that they were defending her and all this stuff. That's not what I've seen,
Because you weren't even involved, Abe. You weren't even involved. So what if Larry told you what was going on? Yeah, he told you what happened. But you don't know exactly what happened. Of course you don't, because you weren't involved in all this. You were just told about it. But of course you chose a side, and this is why you're making this video. Again with Abe, the guy who said that he didn't want any drama before because he was sick, but now that he's feeling better, more drama. Yeah, good old boy Barden knew exactly what he was doing. I got his punk ass. The hell is this? Hybe? Is that not you right there? You're already going after Barden. Why? Oh, because Barden let Larry speak. That's it. What, he's not allowed to do anything? On his page, mind you? I guess not, because after all, I mean, Krista earlier had removed Holly Mangum, you know, Holly Mangum being Letitia's, Nunley's friend. Just removed her because, you know, a little tiff with Josh. That's all. I guess Marta didn't have a say in that either. Makes you wonder. Alright, enough with Abe. Just ticks me off with all this BS that he's been saying. It really does. And there's more. He goes on and saying all this crap about me, Larry, or whatever. I'm just sick of it, man. This guy is full of it. And that's it for the whole Abe thing right now. The next part I want you all to listen to is what Josh is saying here.
Now he has people going around saying that he's the big hero. He did all this stuff. People like Audra, you're going around saying that he's the real MVP. What are you talking about? You reached out to me saying that you were scared, that you couldn't even lift your head or come into the community and say anything anymore because of all the horrible things that DDoS had and Dark Waters had done. And you were thanking me. Now, on the drop of a hat, on a whim, you block me and become like, you know, a big supporter of a guy who listened to you cry.
So from what I hear from Josh is that he's upset that these people that I spoke to and brought their stories out called me the MVP. But why is that though? Why is it they said that? Is it because I gave them a platform for them to speak? Josh, did you? Did you ever bring their stories to the light? No. Little jabs here and there. That's all you ever did. You never brought their stories out. And you're upset that they decide to back me over you.
You're not going to go after Dark Waters because you're scared of him. I don't know why Audra's all thinking that you're a big hero. You wouldn't go after the Swamp King, the Voodoo King. You would not do it. You would not face him. No, you all left that to me. Bunch of cowards.
Here is Josh yet again. Oh, why didn't you go after DW? Why didn't you go after him? First and foremost, if you look at the videos, I got people that come out, tell me their story, and whatever proof I can put out there, I put it out there. I got Batmom, which is Tessa, and her daughter come forward, tell their story. And then with Vault, I got Miss Wendy Crooks to come on my video and tell me about it. What Vault did to her, calling her a pedo, and then ostracizing her from the community. No real chance to defend herself, to say her story, to say her side. Vault used Audra to get at Wendy, Miss Wendy. And then when it comes to DW, what do I have on DW? I got some stories here and there, but nothing to really back it up. I got people telling me that he had a contest and they didn't get their winnings. So what? DW's a dick. All these other people that I spoke about, when it came down to DOS and Vault, they had something. DW didn't really have anything. Unless you're talking about that whole criminal past thing that you want me to bring up, but the thing is, there's nothing to it. Where's the photo? There's nothing, you know, giving me any type of proof that is him. There's no photo attached to that. There's no photo attached to that record whatsoever. So it could literally be a whole different guy with the same name. And what do you want me to do with that? Oh, just go ahead and put it out there. Go ahead, just go ahead and put it out there with nothing really backing it up. All we have is a case file, and that's it. That's nothing. If it doesn't have a photo attached to it, I can't work with it. And I'm not gonna put DW's face on it. That's the whole thing, guys. That's why I never worked on it. All I have from these people is nothing. They don't provide any real proof. Just like everything else they talked about. No real proof. And what am I supposed to do with a record with no picture to it? Go ahead and accuse DW of this stuff without knowing that it is him for a fact? That's wrong. Oh wait, I did went after DW. It was shown earlier when he was pushing the cryptic conservatory guy, Blake. I went in there to defend you, and he just blocked me. That was it. You want me to make a video about that, Josh? Is that what you want me to make a video about? Is that what you, Nellie, want me to do? Just make this video about DW, about that little tiff I had? It's nothing. Now I regret ever doing anything for you in defense of you. Heck, I defended you when it came down to the whole mic thing. I defended Abe. I defended Bettina. But I guess that's nothing, right, Abe? I guess with that whole part with Mike there and Abe, I defended you on that. I really did. And what else am I supposed to do? They basically dropped you for the most part. You want me to fight every little battle for you and all that for you? Is that what you want me to do? You want me to fight every little battle? What I did is that I saw something wrong in that video what Mike said about you, Abe, and I defended you. But I guess that's nothing, right?
And became addicted to listening to people's problems and loving and relishing the character assassination that you were doing, which you know, Clough, I never wanted any part of. And I told you, I'm not into that. I'm not going to make videos like that and do what you're doing, picking somebody's whole life apart, their mind, body, and soul.
What does character assassination mean? Character assassination is a deliberate attempt to destroy someone's reputation, especially by criticizing them in an unfair and dishonest way when they're not present. And what is a dishonest person? Not honest, disposed to lie, cheat, or steal, or not worthy of trust or belief. That's a dishonest person. So when I have these people come up here in the video to say their piece, their side of the story, I'm supposed to have Doss and Vault in here when I interview these people? Is that what you're saying? Why it's character assassination? Or is it because you're calling them liars? Because what is a dishonest person if they're not a liar? So you're calling these people that went through this whole horrendous event in their lives liars. Because that's what you said. You called my videos character assassination videos. So you're telling me now, because not only that, because they backed me up, they called me MVP, your words. And yes, that was a statement that they made in a post. You got so upset that you went after them, calling them liars, saying their stories are lies. Because what is a dishonest person? A liar. Am I supposed to have the people that did them wrong in that interview? Is that why you were upset? No. We all know why you're doing this. They supported me. They didn't back you. You didn't help them. I gave them a platform. They did all the heavy lifting. They said everything they needed to say. And here you are, saying that they're just character assassination videos. This is you defending Vault and DOS, by the way. Alright everybody, as you all can see, I already provided you plenty on this video. And it really goes to show how screwed up this whole community is. This community is toxic. And who is in the middle of all this? Josh Turner. And a real quick thing I want to add here. Josh went after Mr. Wig. Everybody knows him on Facebook as Chris Geyer. Josh went after him. Saying that that I'm getting him to do curses or whatever. I'm just kind of like, what the hell is he talking about? Because if you all actually read the comments, because a lot of his people that were there, and there were a few there, and in that comment section, none of them actually read what I said. And nowhere in there did it mention anything about curses. He was just called my favorite witchy by Audra. And I quoted Eminem. And nowhere in there was there a curse. But yet, Josh lied. Another lie by Josh that I'm telling Chris, Mr. Wig here, to encourage him to do curses. But this is something that everyone has to see. He's going after my friends, the people I interviewed, and then says this kind of crap. And so my question is, why lie about everything? And there's plenty more lies out there, but this is what I'm going to show you guys. The thing is, there is no need to be lying about people. There's no need to be making things up. This does not look good on you, dude. And why you do it, I don't know. I don't know why you do this. The things you do, no one does. But you do it. And I'm showing everybody what you've done. And here's another thing I want to add. There's always some sort of issue with Josh. Always, throughout the years. First, he and his co-host split. And then he got his second co-host, which is in this case will be Ryan Paul Tremblay. And then they separated. And then his dealings with Vic Cundiff, where he said that Vic said something about his mom. And I took his word on that he had said something about his mom, but I didn't see anything. And then from there, we got this issue with Dark Waters. That Dark Waters is a bad person. And then he's beefing with him. Then he's beefing with Mike. He's beefing with Jessica Jones. Remember that, everybody? Before the whole Mike kicked off, he had issues with Jessica Jones. Then later he was trashing DDoS. And then it was Vault. I mean, how many people has this guy got into with? I mean, even, I believe his name was Charlie Perez. The guy who made the toys or the dolls for Josh, and he wanted to expand his business and work on other dolls or whatever on other podcasters, and Josh just like didn't want none of that. But that's his business; he can do whatever he wants. But Josh here also had an issue with him. We don't see him at all. And we also had Marvin Allen. He had an issue with at one point. At one point, he had an issue with Bettina. He had a beef with Abe, David from Texas. I mean, this guy is always the center of all the controversies. Everything that comes up, it's always him being the victim. It's always him, always. And that whole thing about Vic Cundiff. Do you all remember seeing Vic Cundiff posting something? The excuse that I remember was that he posted it and then he removed it. You telling me you didn't get the screenshot? Or if you did get the screenshot, why didn't you post it? I don't remember any of that. I don't remember you posting anything of the sort, Josh. But here we are. We took everything you said and we believed it. All of us did. All of us. And then with Mike, what I can remember, it was an episode that I believe Bettina already taken down. It was called Along Came a Spider. And in that video, Josh came out saying that he has proof that Mike was behind all this, that he had all these profiles, that he has several profiles, and he was, using all of them to attack Josh, to attack Bettina, to attack everybody. We believed it. Larry believed it. He thought that picture of that woman, that profile, was a fake AI bot or whatever. Sent it to Shade. And Shade, responded. But then again, what happened later? What they say about it? They say that, oh, no. Larry just sending random pictures of women. But anyways, the point that I'm just trying to make is that it's always one thing or another. And you know what? I'm going to give props here to Sarah and Mike in this case, because he allowed it to be said. Sarah of Abnormal Investigations called out Josh for his behavior towards me, mocking me. And I thank you, Sarah. See right there, Josh? People are seeing the crap that you're doing. And they're like, this doesn't make any sense. None of this made any sense. But here you are. And then now you got some of your people coming at us. Like, check this out. This is one of the other people. It's this one and someone by the name of D. Bella has sent us messages saying all this crap. Mind you, all this is partly on behalf of Josh. After all, they're all part of that community. Josh talking all that crap about us, and he's trying to be like, hey, don't attack these people, don't bother these people, blah blah blah. And look at that. Yeah, it sounds like a whole lot of BS from you, Josh, because it really does seem like you had sent these people after us. Because what a coincidence, you'd start talking shit about us, and then we get these type of messages. And that's the problem with you, Josh. You like stirring the pot. You love starting this shit with everybody and then getting people all riled up, and now they're coming after us. That's a culprit right there. See how disgusting these people are? That's all PRT right there. And that to me right there says a lot who Josh likes to run with, who Josh has as his supporters. I guess Josh played that whole, will you please rid me of this meddlesome priest? Basically saying something bad about us and other people trying to handle it themselves. And they're here worried because I got here a screenshot of Nellie saying that Larry and I are coming up with some sort of plan or whatever to get at Josh. Look, check this out. Here from their super secret, group they got here. Got Nellie here saying, I got a file. It's sad they can't just leave us alone. Now I have to worry about these two psychopaths that are out there setting it up. Think about this. Clough and Larry both drive through Austin all the time. Who is the say they're not concocting some sort of plan? See, with all that being said, don't you think it's kind of weird that they're saying all this crap about us? And basically what Josh is setting up is the whole, would no one rid me of this meddlesome priest? You look at the bottom, it's commonly understood as shorthand for any rhetorical device allowing leaders to covertly order or exhort violence among their followers while still being able to claim plausible deniability for political, legal, and other reasons. When they're over here saying all this stuff about us, saying that we're planning on doing something to Josh or whatever because we drive through Austin, what do you think the more hardcore supporters will try to do? You don't think that maybe they'll take things in their own hands? After all, in the video, Josh did spell out my whole name, my whole last name. So now, if anybody wants to look me up, they can. They can find out where I live. Matter of fact, Josh has my address. He can give that to anybody. So does Nellie. All these people have my personal and private information, my social. And the same thing with Larry's. Because remember, we worked for the guy. We both worked for Josh. Now, though it might be speculation on all this, but the thing is, what happens when some of the hardcore supporters start seeing this? After all, you got Maddie over here in some of the messages. As a matter of fact, I believe it was in a live chat comparing me to Yolanda, comparing us to Yolanda, to Josh and Selena, calling us murderers. Yeah, there's that to me seems like it's setting something up. Of course, like I stated before, it is speculation, but it gives Josh every plausible deniability he can say. Oh, I didn't order this. I didn't tell them. I told them to leave him alone. But yet here he is saying all this trash about us. And then you got Nellie adding more to that fuel, saying all these bad things that we're planning to do something to Josh. Don't you think maybe one of their more hardcore supporters will really get into this, maybe do something to me, my wife? See the kind of piece of shit you are, Josh? You're over here, oh, I'm being attacked. Hey guys, I'm being attacked, guys. It's always you. But yet, throughout the whole month, it's been you attacking me, attacking Larry, attacking Phil. It's always you. It's only been you. This is the only video I put up there. I haven't said anything. I haven't done anything. What? A troll comment? A troll post? And then now you're getting people to talk shit about Chris Geyer? Why? I mean, put that comment up again. And explain to me where I encouraged any behavior whatsoever. You can't, right? Even with the pictures, you got no proof. Man, it's just one lie after another. This guy is just so full of crap already, man. It's insane. And why anybody wants to tie their boat to this guy, there's no point. Now, anyone who's attached to this guy, you're attached to a liar. A guy that will fight anyone for any reason just so that way he can get his drama going. Because that's what he is. He's drama. He's more drama than anything I put out. This whole PRT community is trash. It's horrible. It's toxic. You can't talk to somebody else. You can't talk to another podcaster. You have an issue with Josh. Especially if Josh is the one attacking you directly. Just like he's attacked me, he's attacked Larry and Phil. You can't talk to Matt Amps because Matt Amps will go running to Josh. Also, just want to add there, I never spoke to Matt Amps. That was Larry. Larry knows who he is. I don't know who he is. I'm just want to throw that out there. Can't talk to Lady Tracker, which is Elizabeth Ann, because she will go ahead and tell Josh everything. Same thing, I believe, with Shane Michael Chris with Larry. You can't talk to anybody. This community is toxic, and they all go crying to Josh and give him all the gossip. Oh, we heard this about you. We heard that about you. That's how screwed up this whole thing is. And then you, Josh. All this because of the whole Maddie thing. I knew about it for 2 months. So why do I even bother to tell you anything in the first place? Because the way I see it, it was between them two. It was between Maddie and Anthony. Plain and simple. But because you read the messages, and here you are, you have to lie about it. How pathetic. Very pathetic. And then you make this into a whole freaking, oh my God, this whole mess. And for what? For the drama? For the super chats? What, so you can get all this extra money? Because that's what it seems like. It really does seems like it. Oh, poor me. I'm Josh. I'm being attacked all the time. But it's always you shit talking. It's always been you shit talking. Also, I want to add this too. About the first conference. Well, my first conference will be his second conference that he had. He was talking about this with the Browns, basically. And then that she was cursing people and all this other BS. But in reality, I don't believe it. I don't believe anything you're saying. And I got in contact with him and asked him about that. Say, what's up? This is what she had to say. This is Ginny here. This is Miss Brown. This is what she had to say about that whole event that happened there. How screwed up is it that we believed you, Josh? Here you are saying all these lies about her. And we're supposed to just accept it. Goes to show the kind of person you are, Josh. It really does. This is the last thing I'm going to say here. This message is for you, Maddie. You vile, despicable human being. You knew the truth from the beginning. You knew the freaking truth from the beginning. You came to us. You came to me. You told me what happened. You told Phil. And then you told Phil to tell Larry. And what we got in supporting you was a knife in the back. That's the kind of person you are. You're worse than everyone here. When Josh said that I had romantic feelings for you, what did you say? Nothing. You kept quiet. You kept quiet. And you know that is a damn lie. And you know it's a damn lie because we were close. We were like brother and sister. You were close to my wife. You guys talked. You even talked to her about all this whole situation. And you, in the end, betrayed all of our trust. You're the reason why my wife cried. Because when Josh went out there to lie, you said nothing, which means you betrayed her. Not just me, you betrayed her. And she tried to be supportive of you when you needed help. That's the kind of person you are. You're a damn backstabber. You are the Yolanda here. Because all you care about is your damn self. You know better than everybody else over there. You disgust me. And then with Phil, you're making this claim because that's what they're saying, that he harassed you. Now it's on you to put those messages out. You won't. And then, top it off, Josh and Anthony saying that I try to convince you to press charges on Anthony. You know that's a damn lie too. You disgust me as you support these people you call friends. You're the worst kind. You knew the truth, but you turned your back on it. Hope you're proud of the human being you become. All the people you shit talked, all these other people you hated in the community, you are no better. Because you are the one who's supposed to be the good person here, supposedly, the good one, the nice person, the honest person, the truthful person. Nah. You're no different from all the other people you talk shit about. From Mike, Dark Waters, everybody. Anybody and everyone that you talk shit about. You're worse than them. So, I hope you're proud of yourself. Because people will see the kind of person you are. And ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Have a good night. God bless.
Too fast and too intense. I had no chance of self-defense, but all evil ends. And if you died, it'd make more sense. It'd make more sense.